In Britain, a child dies at the hands of a parent every 10 days. This was the case for a little boy whose face finally had a name. In 2007, baby Peter was killed by his own parents, sparking a media frenzy and a huge outcry. The death was blamed on many social workers, shattering confidence in professionals' ability to protect children. This is a story about neglect, abuse, missed opportunities, and a national outrage. How people were named and blamed, and how one child's death became a high-stake political conversation. On the 3rd of August 2007, an ambulance was called to a house in North London where they found the lifeless body of a 17-month-old boy. Injuries were found all over his body when being examined. The child's mother and her boyfriend were arrested due to suspicion that they were the people who abused him, and that led to his death. 2 independent experts were appointed to carry out this investigation involved with child protection. These 2 experts being Herringray Child Service and the Metropolitan Police. In December 2006, baby P was taken to hospital with unexplained bruises, resulting in Child Protection Register removing him from his family home. However, returning home, Tracy Connolly was described as a loving mother yet struggled to supervise her child properly. Marie Ward was assigned and meeting the mother, who is now separated and struggling as a single parent.
He referred to the mother as a teenage mum. In fact, she was 28, but it suited his narrative for this to be a teenage, feckless mother receiving, support from the state, almost certainly, abusing a child, symbolic of broken Britain, and it was clearly done in a managed and planned way.
I don't like having people interfering all the time. I don't mean that in a horrible way. I know that the social workers are there for a job, and I know they're there for a purpose. And at the end of all this, I hope they will back off and leave me alone and see that I am an okay mother. Does that make sense?
Stephen Barker, the boyfriend, was hidden away and protected by the boy's mother, and was revealed to be the main person who was abusing baby P. Paramala took the boy's mother in a separate room and questioned on the event Stephen Barker's role in the incident for an hour. Tracy described him to be 6 foot tall, blonde, and every girl's dream boy. The question that circled around the family was how many times was the boyfriend missing before baby P was found dead. The public obviously knew when the word got out action would have to be taken into place, and who would face the press. Dr. Sharon Shoesmith, researcher, writer and public speaker, was seen as well fitted for this job. So in November they opened a verdict for the public to answer questions to get more details on the case.
There isn't the evidence for anyone to lose their job. If there was, that would have happened.
There was no sorry. Haringey Council said it did all it could, but this tragedy ignited the anger and distress of strangers.
However, the press was very hostile and the media only focused on the professionals who failed to do their jobs.
Let's be honest, this is a story about a 17-year-old girl who had no idea how to bring up a child. It's about a boyfriend who couldn't read but could beat a child. And it's about a social services department that gets £100 million a year and can't look after children. That's what this is about. Will the Prime Minister, I don't expect an answer now, you never get one, but will he at least consider whether time has come to take over this failing department and put someone in charge who can run it properly for our children?
A few days later, a newspaper was released named Blood on Their Hands, implying that the mum and the boyfriend was responsible for baby P's death. As a result, police asked for the evidence Haringey had in failure. Because of that, fundamental change to child protection was put in place. Ofsted stated most countries are good at protecting our children, but now Ofsted carry out unannounced visits to local authorities.
In my experience, what is common in every single serious case review is the fact that every agency has mistakes, and it's just when they all happen at the same time and there's no one agency, no one practitioner actually seeing what is happening to the child.
We have heard the words never again, yet how do we know this mistake will not be made again in the future?